Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Snake back with a brand new video. Today, guys, I am talking about 5 top tips to help you get to Masters in Apex Legends Season 11. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and please subscribe your notifications on that way you never miss an upload. We're still trying to push towards 1K subs by the end of the year. I'm not going to lie, guys. It doesn't look like it's going to happen this year, but I thank you so much for 900 subscribers. It's absolutely incredible what we've achieved this year anyway, and I'm really proud of it. So yeah, no, thank you so much. But apart from that, let's jump into this video. So today I'm going to be giving you 5 top tips for Apex Legends to get to Masters. Now, I have made Masters 3 times. We're going to have it on the screen today. Just a quick little flick through, just because of the fact that I know for a fact that I'm using Plat gameplay right now, and some cheeky git's going to go, oh, you're only in Plat, mate, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, mate, it's a second split. What do you expect from me? So yeah, I've got that on the screen, just so you know, a little bit of proof. But yeah, this is how you are going to get to it, man. I mean, I managed to do it on Storm Point this season, which is incredible as well. I'm happy with that. So I don't actually need to go for it this season, but for the split, I should say. But I'm going to go for it anyway. But basically, I'm going to give you the 5 top tips that I've been doing, and this has definitely helped improve my game and also helped me get that RP that I need to actually get to Masters. So the first thing I'm going to do is just give you some advice to start with. I highly recommend you run with the same group. Now, if you've got a group of friends, maybe there's like 4 or 5 of you, maybe you're in a clan, anything like that, you're in a team, it is very good to be part of a team, because then you've got a lot of people around you with the same goal, same mindset, same drive to try and get to that point where you hit the Masters, or maybe you want to just get to Diamond. That's cool. Hit those targets together, play together, and it will help you out definitely, because at the end of the day, pushing each other to work better as a team is going to help you improve, and you will get towards your goal better than running solo queue. I don't know many people that have managed to get to Masters solo queue. It is a big achievement, so I would highly recommend you run with a team. But here we go. So the first tip I'm going to give you is legend combos. Now, when you are playing in, say, the diamond lobbies, you don't have to worry about this too much in, say, like plat and whatnot, because normally with plat and you can be a little bit more aggressive. You can, you just going for the KP, and then you just getting your placement and whatnot. With diamond, you're going to be starting to think, right, we need movement, defense, and recon. So my go-to is either having normally Wraith, Valk, and Caustic. Those are the 3 we normally go for, because 1, you've got movement from Wraith, also you've got movement from Valk, which is obviously ideal as anything. You've got Caustic for the defense, so obviously the lockdown late game, and you've got obviously Valk for the recon. Hit those beacons, find out where you're actually going to need to set up for that late game. Really helpful when you do get to those sweaty lobbies in diamond and above, so where you're going to be literally fighting for that position, because you do not get decent RP if you do not get placement. Obviously you need the KP in the bag as well, but if you do not get placement, you can get, say, like 4 or 5 kills, and I guarantee if you finish in like the top 10, you're just literally going to scrape maybe -6 or +6. You're not going to be getting a lot. Tip number 2, different play styles depending on the beginning of the game. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you guys. When you start a game, you might be very lucky. You might get some kills off the drop. That's amazing. That's awesome. From there, you've got your KP in the bag. You could maybe look to try and get some more, or you could play for position. Now, there is also going to be those games where you just do not see anybody. Those games are the ones where you need to be thinking, right, we are going to play late game here now. We're going to have to just accept we're not getting any RP at the moment. I mean KP, sorry. And we're going to have to set up and fight for position and pick up the kills late. Sometimes you have to take that risk and just take the fact that maybe you might get maybe 4 kills and maybe a W, which is still a lot of RP if you get that win, which is very helpful. Do not think kills are the only thing that will get you points in ranked, because at the end of the day, position gets you more than the kills. So I highly recommend to people, if you're having a dry start to a game, maybe you're just not finding anyone, don't go rushing looking for kills. Play your game, play the end game. Like I say, use that recon legend, find a spot to set yourself up in, lock yourself down, and then wait for the KP later. It will come. You just have to be patient. It's kind of like a waiting game. Tip number 3, minimize RP loss as much as possible. So the thing is, right, with this one, you need to literally be trying your best to lose as less RP as possible. Now, if you might be in a situation where you could possibly go back for your teammate's banner, you want to try and get your teammate's banner, but let's face it, people will sit on your teammate's banner. They will not leave it. Okay, you are better off ratting than going and risking your life, dying, and then not being able to get any more RP in that match. You need to think about the sort of things, the situations you're in. If you can at least get -10 for your whole team, whatnot, brilliant, perfect, that's really good. But if you just then go and die and you lose -48 in a diamond lobby, that is really going to hurt your momentum, your attitude, and it's also going to just throw the fact as well, all the RP you've already gained, it's probably just gone down the drain to start with. It's not worth the hassle. You're better off minimizing that RP loss and going from there and thinking, right guys, we got only minus a certain amount. Now we can focus on the next game. It really does help just losing as minimum as possible. Don't just throw your games by thinking, I just don't want to play by myself, because it's as annoying as it is. I get nobody wants to play by themselves for 20 minutes, but you sometimes have to do that situation to keep gaining RP in this division. Tip number 4, see how the games feel. Quit whilst you are ahead if needed. Now, this is one of those advice I give to people. Say, for example, you have just gained 300 RP. Say you've been extremely lucky. Maybe you've got a W off the bat, and then maybe you've got a nice second place with only a few bits of KP. Amazing. You're 300 RP up. What's the point in going again and again? If you say, for example, you have 2 -48 games, you then almost lost 100 RP. Your attitude's starting to go a bit downhill. You're starting to lose the momentum. People are starting to get a bit angry, a bit triggered. It's not worth carrying on. Take the RP that you have just gained and then go another day. There's no point in, say, just keep pushing and pushing and then losing all that RP that you just gained when you've done well as a team, then switching obviously and then feeling really rubbish and not playing very well, and then just keep playing and losing every single bit of RP, turning on each other, having arguments about. It's not worth it. So I highly recommend to you, quit while you're ahead. If you end up having a bad game, say the attitude changes, say the things start going badly, switch up. And lastly, the last thing I'm going to give you guys is tip number 5, time. Do not rush. Guys, there is like, 40 something odd days in a split. It's absolutely mental how people feel like they have to rush straight into ranked on the first day of the new split. Feel like they've got to pressure themselves to get as much RP as possible. Guys, obviously, if you are like in the lower divisions, say you're coming up and you want to hit Masters, maybe you're bronze, and then you're working your way up the divisions, that's fair enough. But there's a lot of people like I know, for example, that they're in, say, for example, gold and plat, and they are absolutely sweating it from the first day. Now, for example, for me, I'm in a plat at the moment because I hit Masters in the last split. That means I've been put in plat 2. So I am a Master player playing in plat. Therefore, if you end up in a plat lobby and, for example, you've never been Masters, you are playing against X Masters and X Predators. You are against the best, so there's not actually much point in rushing into it. You might as well let people start growing out into the divisions, working out where they need to be and whatnot, and then push into it. Feel free to give it a go, see how you get on and whatnot, but I don't like it when people get demotivated because they start rushing straight into it at the beginning of the season. They get maybe absolutely wrecked and they think, no, rank's too sweaty, I'm never going to touch it for the rest of the season. Let it thin out, let people move into the right divisions, then work your way up, because it will help a lot. And as I say, you got 40 odd days, guys. If you have a bad day, there's another day tomorrow. There's another day next week. You can have breaks in between these splits. It's really good that the fact that you have these options just to spread it out. You don't have to absolutely sweat it. Majority of the time, I normally get into my Masters on the last week because I work full time. I can't sweat it out in like the weeks and weeks and weeks. I have to spread it out on the times that I can play, and of course I want to have breaks and whatnot. Spread it out though, guys. Honestly, my top tip, that one is, do not feel like you've got to rush it. But apart from that, guys, that is literally everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Have an amazing, I hope you've had an amazing Christmas, and I hope you have an amazing New Year. But apart from that, guys, I'll see you all in the next one.